And welcome back to the Denver Sports Betting Show, UFC edition. My fight squad never left, but we are here to break down UFC 317. And this segment is brought to you by CD's Wings. You only have a few days left to get their sauce of the month, Spicy Alabama Barbecue. And you're going to want to try that before it's out because it is delicious. But what else is delicious is this fight card. Boys, I love it. I can't wait to get into it. But first, we have UFC news, and we need to talk about my GOAT. My GOAT hanging him up.
Get out of here.
Jon Jones decided to retire. Broke my heart. But as I look back, the man never lost me money. We are a sports betting show, and how can I not have someone on the top of my Mount Rushmore on my throne that has got me paid every single time? Ryan, I know you have something negative to say, so just get it out of the way so we can talk facts.
Yeah, his retirement probably wasn't on his own terms. Like he has some stuff going on, right? But
he fled the scene of an accident.
But he's done this before. He got another title shot from it. So True. This one, like the UFC has protected him through worse.
They've definitely, he's been their golden goose. Like they've definitely helped him out through his whole career. I got to give him his props. Like he is one of the GOATs with an asterisk because, you know, St. Pierre, like you don't have anything to say about him. Like he never got popped for anything outside of anything. Like
he's Canadian.
There's Greasegate.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He was lubed up for a fight.
All right. It's before OnlyFans, but it's okay.
He got beat by Johnny Hendricks, who is now a cop that holds KFC chicken bags. Okay?
I don't even want to hear that. Reyes
and Matt Serra.
True. But Reyes, he should have won that against Jon Jones. So we will not get into that. But
should have, but didn't. John, sorry, not to cut you off, but Jon Jones getting it done every single time just leaves the question, what's going to happen to the heavyweight title?
Who knows what's going to happen to the heavyweight title? But Jon Jones, like everyone knows, I've been a huge Jon Jones fan, and he's still the GOAT. He's still the greatest ever, and you can take your asterisks and shove it somewhere. But from like just a true sports fan, though, like I had some conflicting views about this whole situation because how it was handled by the UFC, by Jon himself, like everything about this is so disappointing as a sports fan because he is the GOAT. And he should have been like sent off into the sunset correctly. So this is just kind of disappointing as a sports fan, but he's the GOAT. So take all your comments elsewhere. But what happens with Tom now? I think Jon Jones' legacy kind of plays into what happens with Tom now, because if Tom goes out and fights Cyril Gane, like they're saying, if Tom gets waxed by Cyril Gane, none of this affects Jon Jones at all. But if Tom goes out there and makes Cyril Gane look like Jon Jones made him look, then I think there's always going to be that question mark. But you know, thank you to the GOAT for everything he did, all the views, man. It was a great career to watch. But yeah, man, such a letdown at the end.
Yeah, we talk a lot about ceremonial retirements and then people coming back, but for the GOAT to just, you know, Dana White just like blurted it out
in a midday press conference.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, Jon Jones called me and said he's retiring. So, you know a lot about fighters. You know, what goes through their heads, and it's almost impossible to get into Jon Jones' head. But, you know, when you are at the top like that, how does that affect his legacy?
Yeah, and I personally...
You talked a lot about heart. How, you know, yeah. I mean, that kind of shows like a little bit of not showing heart.
Yeah, and I mean, like there's so many instances, you know, like like just going too long, you know, like Chuck Liddell, like a Chuck Liddell thing. You're going too long. Was he at that point? Absolutely not. Did he have some things going on in his life that changed it? Absolutely. Do I think he's the GOAT? Absolutely one of them. You know, did he lose to Matt Hamill? Yeah. But, you know, I think like the 205 primetime Jon Jones, like let's just try to remember that. You know, the heavyweight Jon Jones, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could say he was like one of the greatest like heavyweights ever. You know, like Fedor Emelianenko is probably like to me the greatest heavyweight that ever walked God's green earth. But walking away that way, man, it's a huge letdown. But also there's all these things that with Jon Jones, it's a roller coaster ride of letdowns where you're just like, he's back. Yeah. Oh,
But does it change the conversation if he comes out and now fights Francis? Because that's an option now. If he's not in the UFC, he can fight Francis. Like, Dana was never going to let Francis back. Yeah. That was never going to be a thing. And now he can. For a business perspective, he owns a large portion of Dirty Boxing. Have him fight over there. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think this is the last we've heard of Jon Jones in the MMA world or anything like that. But yeah.
That'd be huge.
Good riddance to the UFC and him, I guess. And Tom Aspinall can unrightfully so be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Unrightfully for the interim.
The interim that never beat the greatest of all time.